gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this past week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
How are you? Are you ready for this one? Oh my God. So much to talk about.
Super pumped. As usual, the sports world did not disappoint us again this week.
No, it did not.
We will bring you a ton. You got a story about the Red Sox baseball still happening as well, with some stories. A lot of NFL news. We'll talk about that, as well as if you're a Clippers fan, you're going to want to see our starting five, because we're going to let you know who our starting five Clippers of all time were.
Yeah, we got plenty of elbow room here for a lot of guests, right?
A lot of guests. Yes, especially Jaden Daniels, which we'll bring up later on in the show as well. But if you are joining us live, please join the chat. Let us know if you have an opinion or if you want to talk about anything in particular. We'd love to talk to you. And with that, Ron, let's thank those that are helping continue to make Sports Unfolded grow, especially our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island.
Absolutely. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com. And if you want to sponsor the show, send us an email to ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out the media kit.
Yes. So we also want to thank those in the Dallas, Georgia, Atlanta market. 99.1 WDJY FM for putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as our friends here in Southeast Connecticut, SEC TV, Public Access Channel 12 on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support there. And then all of our social media platforms that we have a ton of followers on. We appreciate all of you following us every single week. We appreciate the support. Ron, are you ready to kick this bad boy off tonight?
I'm seriously anxious about this first one.
This was a big story. NFL trade deadline ended, and we are going to discuss some of the winners and losers of this trade deadline. I think we're going to talk about that gentleman right there in the middle, probably first and foremost. So
he's a big winner.
I would say winners. Yes, he went from the Jets to the Colts, right? Automatically became a number one seed.
Worst to first.
Yeah, I think he's pretty excited about that. Yeah, so I put the Colts as a winner, Ron. Absolutely. Too. Yeah, he looks super excited. I mean, that was a great shot, Sauce Gardner. But yeah, I went Colts as a winner without a doubt. Listen, you are the number one seed, and you improved your defense dramatically. I think that was a big win.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, it was expensive, but I think at this point, when you're sitting there on top, and you just brought in, Sauce Gardner, who, first round draft pick not too long ago. I mean, you're not going to get that quality of a player, picking down towards the bottom.
Yeah, and you're never guaranteed, right? We've seen first-round draft picks be a bust. He's played in the NFL, and he's been a success at it. So why not go for it? I think they put their chips in. This is the Colts saying, listen, we're going to try to make a run for the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, and that is, I'm excited for the Colts. I mean, I don't hate them by no means. Unlike some other teams out there. But, I think they're in a great position. Daniel Jones has been nothing but the biggest surprise in the NFL this year. And I got to say, They have a quality team, and they just got a lot better, like leaps and bounds. And they were only a one-loss team.
Yeah, it's a passing league, right? You want the best quality cornerbacks you can get out there, especially in the postseason. Check that box. I also looked at the Philadelphia Eagles. You have them on the corner here, Ron, too. How do the strong get stronger? So they pick up edge rusher Jalen Phillips, but then they get Jair Alexander, cornerback, Michael Carter, the second cornerback, and running back Tank Bigsby. So again, when we talk about depth, we talk about players that can have impacts, especially during the postseason. I think those checked all those boxes as well.
Yeah, they did a good job, and they filled some needs, and they're hoping that these moves stabilizes them because they haven't looked great for a first place team. They haven't looked like themselves.
Agreed.
But this is certainly a big tipping of the scale in the NFC. I think the Bears did really well, and I have them on my winners because of their pickup. And I think outside of the Bears, I think the Eagles did the best.
Yeah, listen, you get 4 players at the trade deadline, and you don't normally see the NFL have that many players moving. No. And they said this was like the 4th highest amount of trades. But I thought Jacksonville as well. Listen, Jacoby Myers, we knew him from his New England days here. They've got some injuries at the wide receiver position. They're still in contention too for the postseason. You need to get Danny's in the house. Thanks for joining, Danny. So I thought that was a good move. Plus, they picked up quarterback Greg Newsom II. So again, trying to shore up some of that with the injury to Travis Hunter. Yeah. So again, made moves that could keep them, in the winning column. Eagles, the Eagles did pretty good in this trade deadline, Danny. I'm sorry to say it. And I also go ahead.
No, Dallas made a move as well. They got a couple of players in that improves their chances. Look, Dallas is on the outs right now, right? But picking up 2 players on your defense, that's going to help a lot. Because I don't think their offense is a problem, even though they look really pathetic against Arizona. Just saying. But Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson, like Janie just said, I mean, those are 2 quality players that they can put on their defense, and that's going to help.
So I actually have them as losers, and I'm going to tell you why, Ron. You trade Micah Parsons to get draft capital. You wanted draft capital. You wanted a couple first-round picks to end up just giving it right back when you're not. If they were in first place, I would have absolutely said great move. But you're 3-5-1. The NFC, as much as people say is wide open, they are still well behind other teams. That I don't feel these moves make them better, and to lose a first-round pick.
Yeah, I didn't say they were winners.
Okay, so many.
I didn't say they were winners. They were in between. Because
they were tweeners.
Like you just said, I mean, you gave up why didn't you just keep Micah Parsons and pay him?
And then if you're going to get a first-round draft pick for him, then use that first-round draft pick. What is the purpose of getting it to give it back? You gave it away.
You're not getting a Micah Parsons back.
No, I mean
there isn't
a very good player. He's a very good player, Quinnen Williams. But again, not to the point where I'm giving up a first-round pick when I could have used that capital during the draft and say, hey, look, I could either move up.
Yeah.
You lost that now. You lost that opportunity, or there might be a hell of a player up there at that point.
That's why I say they're in the middle somewhere. Look, I like the players they picked up. I like the players. But Jerry thinks that people have forgotten who they gave up to get that pick, and then you're giving it away for somebody that isn't Micah Parsons. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Danny, you can feel the way you do. I'm just speaking in reality here that I feel like there was an opportunity for them in the draft to utilize those draft picks and actually move up in the draft. Now
Danny
they
told you to shut up.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all right. And I will say this. To me, when they go into that first round next year and they don't have those 2 picks now,
now,
and they don't make the postseason this year, now that Micah Parsons trade seems like a waste. We were all waiting to see what they did on draft day with that pick to say, okay, was this a good trade for the Cowboys or not? To me, this isn't now.
Well, I mean, just thinking about it, I mean, what did they get from Micah Parsons? A player and a first-round pick, right?
Yeah,
but you just gave
picks.
2 first-round picks for Quinnen Williams.
So
does that make any sense?
And that's my point. Like you should have kept those draft picks.
I like the players.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad player, and I'm not saying that. Again, if they were in first place, absolutely. Shady, thanks for joining. But you're not in first place, so to make this move made no sense to me because you're hoping now that one of the worst ranked defenses in the league right now gets 2 players, and now all of a sudden you're going to turn it around and become a playoff team? Absolutely not. It was a horrible move. Horrible move. I did consider the Seahawks pickup a win as well. Rashid Shaheed. I thought that's really good. Listen, the Seahawks are contenders, and Sam Darnold's playing his butt off. Yeah, well, I disagree, Danny, but I mean, we'll see how it all turns out. If they don't make the postseason, Danny, I'd love to see you come back on this show and tell me it was a good trade. I would love to see that because right now they are not a playoff team. They are not a playoff team, Danny. And that move doesn't put them ahead of anybody. Also considered a loss.
Well, it may put them ahead of Washington.
At this point. Big losers as well, Ron. The New England Patriots.
Yes, I have them as a loser myself.
Listen, you traded all your depth away. They got rid of 3 players for 3 6th-round draft picks.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, the last time a 6th-round draft pick actually worked out was Tom Brady back in 2000. After that, you don't hear much about 6th-round draft picks being that successful. This team is second in the AFC, has an opportunity to make some noise in the postseason, and you don't pick up a single play to help you out.
Yeah, and I'll go even further, Eric. With the injuries in their running back core and fumbleitis, mind you, I don't know how you don't go out there and find a running back. I don't know how you don't do that. There are some teams that are really bad, and you can go pick up a quality running back, and they didn't do it. And you also didn't go out and try to improve, that secondary, and I just don't understand why they didn't attempt to do either.
Yeah.
Although maybe they might have attempted, but they came up empty.
Yeah,
and that's inexcusable with so many teams that are really bad, and you can pluck somebody. Why not go after a running back that is playing on a team, a team like New Orleans, or somebody at the bottom? I mean, I know the Jets are at the bottom, and you're not going to get Hall from them. But there are other teams that are at the bottom of the barrel, and you could be plucking players from them because they're ready to give it up. And I don't know how you don't come out with a running back. I really
heard
don't.
The price tag for Breece Hall was a 3rd-round draft pick. I would have given him a second. I would have offered a second.
I would have given him a first.
You know what I mean? But I would have given him at least a 2nd-round draft pick and say, hey, listen, I know we're in the same division, but you're obviously rebuilding right now.
Like,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'll tell you, I have the Jets as losers.
I did too. If I'm a Jets fan right now, you haven't proven to me that you can draft well. So to get all this draft capital now, and people are like, wow, they're going to rebuild. You haven't proven that you can do it.
You've been rebuilding for the last decade. And
Plus,
you have the players in place. And I'm looking at this team. You really need a line and a quarterback. And look, I think their defense is built to win games. You also need a head coach that actually knows what they're doing. You haven't. You might start with the GM and then get somebody in here that knows how to build a team, and then a coach that knows how to coach a team. There are a lot of qualified coaches, Brian Flores. And I don't understand why they just unloaded all these quality players when they could just find people to run the organization the right way. It is such a train wreck of an organization.
Yeah,
I don't know who's worse, Cleveland or the Jets. I don't know who's worse.
I think the Jets. Honestly, you kept Myles Garrett as a Browns fan. At least you said, listen, they're committed to their best player. The Jets just unloaded their best players. They just unloaded them.
Yeah.
And for the hopes that you possibly get something in the first round, which you haven't proven to be able to do consistently. So yeah, I had New England, Dallas, and the Jets as my losers in this draft.
I had Buffalo as a loser as well. I mean, you're reeling right now, okay? You are supposed to be the team in the AFC East that does damage and a potential Super Bowl threat. You have the quarterback, which people are drooling and wishing that they had him. But you lay an egg, and it's inexcusable for Buffalo. Inexcusable. They should have went for it. And this is why they never win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, at some point you can only ask Josh Allen to do so much.
And he's going to get tired of it.
And then it's going to turn into the Dan Marino of the 2020s. You know what I mean?
No, he's not going to stick. He's not going to stay there if they're not going to win a championship. He's not Jim Kelly. He isn't going to be, okay, this is my team. I'm staying with them forever. Josh Allen will walk. Mark my words. If they don't get some play, like, how do you not get this guy a quality receiver? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Yeah, and they're out there. There's a lot of them out there.
Yep, there was somebody that could have made an impact. All right, Ron, let's continue talking some NFL. Weird story coming out of Washington. The Commanders basically down 38-7. Kept Jaden Daniels in the game late in the fourth quarter. Dislocated elbow. Why do you think they would have kept him in the game?
I honestly don't even know. It's a big mistake.
They got lucky. It wasn't severe enough where it needs surgery. He may play again this season, but at this point, they're probably going to be out of it when he can come back, because you're looking at like 3 weeks of a recovery. And the coach's job is to protect his players. If I'm Dan Quinn and I'm looking at the scoreboard, I'm saying, listen, sometimes you gotta wave the white flag. You've got to say, listen, we're not coming out of this. I'm down by 31 points with 7 minutes left in the game. Unless he knows something I don't. Even the New England Patriots, the greatest Super Bowl comeback, 28-3, they started to chip away in the third, fourth quarter. Not 7 minutes left. They wouldn't have won. With 7 minutes left, they weren't coming back in that Super Bowl.
No.
So it wasn't like you sit back and go, oh, there's all these records, analytics now in sports that said, hey, a 31-point lead with 7 minutes left. I'm sure that, every analytical person out there would have said, it's over. Take out your star player and fight another day. And this is where I say you talk about the Jets organization. The Washington Redskins / Commanders have ruined quarterbacks' careers. And this is now we talked about it weeks ago. But you know what I mean? This is what they do. And you would think that they would have learned from their previous mistakes and somehow didn't do it.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of these franchises just keep making the same mistakes over and over again, no matter who's in control. And at some point, they got to learn. I don't. I'm just stunned that you you leave him hanging out to dry. Like I can understand, like a pitcher. You bring in a pitcher, in extra innings, and it just keeps going on, and you might not have guys available, to get in the game. I can understand that. So you leave the guy out there, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But there was no reason to leave him out there.
None.
There was none. You weren't coming back. I mean, you're talking about six.
Dustin on. What's up, buddy?
6 scores. You have to score 6 touchdowns in order to catch up. I mean, come on. Seriously. 7 minutes left. You're out of your mind.
Yeah. Dustin, what game?
You might have ruined his career because I'm not sold that there's some damage in that elbow. I'm not sold.
Yeah. Dustin, thanks for joining. What game you watching tonight? Which one are you looking at? Ron, speaking of games, we wish Jaden Daniels speedy recovery, but again, didn't look good. I agree with you. At some point, I think we may find out it's more serious. Games of interest, week 10, Ron. We are 7 weeks away from this season being over.
I cannot believe. I don't know where the heck this season went.
It's
almost
unreal.
over.
High school football playoffs. Congratulations, man. Good luck, Dustin. Wish you well there, my friend. What part of where you from, Dustin? My grandson he plays a juniors league. He's only 10. They lost their playoff game. So yeah, playoffs, man, it's crazy.
He's a coach.
Yeah, he's a coach. Games of interest, week 10, Ron. I agree with you in that first one. Pats, Bucks, man. It's been a while since we were excited about a game in New England. And this one here could prove a lot to a lot of people if New England can pull this off.
Yeah, it's a big game because, I mean, you look at Tampa Bay. Yes, I get that they have injuries, but those injuries to the receivers have not slowed them down. And I don't know if any of them are coming back for this game. I would think so because, they did have a bye week last week.
It's in Wisconsin. Green Bay, my friend. South of Green Bay and Racine tonight, playing the defending state champions. Well, I wish you luck, man. That sounds like it's a tall task already. And Danny, those Cowboys, we talked about them already. We let you know what we thought.
I just think that Baker Mayfield has been unbelievable this season.
Talk about a 180.
I mean,
so yeah, no, listen. This is a tough test for that New England defense.
Yeah.
Drake May, that's a very good defense he's facing as well. So both these quarterbacks could struggle a little bit, but no Ramondre Stevenson and no Keyshawn Boutte. So that's going to hurt that offense in New England as well.
You might think that they would have went out and got a wide receiver or something.
Crazy. Stop it. They're the 1 seed.
We did.
10-1.
Did get a wide receiver. We got Jerry Rice's son.
Yeah, you saw that. Both riding a 10-game winning streak. All right, Dustin, we're rooting for you, man. We're pulling for you. That's awesome. I had as well that Steelers-Chargers game. Starting to think the Steelers might be for real.
No, I'm not sold.
No?
I'm not sold.
See, I'm not sold on the Chargers. I'd have the same opinion about the Chargers. I'm not sold
on the Chargers either.
So it's like, if the Steelers win, you start to really look at them differently, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to go win it on the road, and I'm not so sure that's going to happen with them. I mean, they're equally as flip-floppy.
I like it. That's a new
new analyzation words for me?
Yeah, I'm flip-floppy. Listen, Chargers need to prove something too. So,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a big game for both of those teams. You also talked the big matchup, that Eagles at Packers. Steelers lost.
That's
to
the game.
Packers, yeah. Who just lost to the Panthers?
That's the
Listen,
game.
yeah, the Steelers. Realistically, listen, even that game in New England, if New England didn't give the ball over 5 times, I truly think the Steelers have more losses. But this is where I'm saying what team shows up in that game, Dustin, is going to be crucial for both of those teams, because they both seem to have that Jekyll and Hyde type of mentality. One time you're like, wow, holy cow, these guys are on it. And then the next one you go, ooh, what's that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and the random losses to like teams like Cleveland and stuff like that, and it's it's inexcusable. Like, these teams are supposed to be good, and
Wow.
and a point about the Eagles, as bad as they look at times, they still win the game.
And Dustin Eagles are going to absolutely obliterate the Packers. No idea why the Packers are favored. I'm going to tell you why the Packers are favored. First, it's in Lambeau. B, Philadelphia has not looked good. They've won, but they have not dominated. They haven't looked like the team that won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this. I think the Packers looked past the Panthers last week because they knew this game was coming up. And this is one of their tests to see where they're at. I think the Packers come out and they really have a really good game. I love their wide receivers. They're not guys that are well known, but they make plays.
Everybody on that offense, right? They're not household names. And
Philly is coming off the bye week.
I like the Packers.
Yeah, and listen, at some point, I think we could all say this. I'm sure Dustin will agree with this as well. Saquon Barkley has to go off on. He's got to have a game. Like, he hasn't done that yet. Maybe after the bye week, they figured out how to get the running game going. That could hurt the Packers. So I agree with you. Listen, Green Bay, though, they've either looked like they're unbeatable or they've looked like one of the bottom barrel teams. So it's again, which team shows up? It's been a lot of these teams like that this year in the NFL. There's not been one clear favorite. Well, like, wow. But the Packers opened the season. We were all like, holy cow, this team's going undefeated. They looked amazing.
Yeah, that first game was great.
Right? And now all of a sudden it's like they tie the Cowboys. They lose to the Panthers. Tucker Kraft, is done for the year. That was a devastating injury. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to hurt them. And the point that Philadelphia is coming off of a bye helps Philadelphia tremendously. Most teams don't lose coming out of that bye that are supposed to be contenders.
Mm-hmm.
So
you figure some things out, right? You right the ship if you're off a little bit.
So he might have a point with a win. It might not be pretty, though.
Agreed. I have 2 other games, Ron. I don't know how many more games you have.
I also have 2 other games.
All right, you could go first.
All right. So I have that Baltimore Minnesota game.
Right. I have that one as well. This is their season, both of them.
I mean, I think both of them really need this win.
100%, especially Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore has somehow kept in this race.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew that there was going to be that opportunity. If Pittsburgh falters this week, Baltimore can make a case for themselves. And Minnesota, I don't know. I don't think they made the right decision, getting rid of Sam Darnold. I don't know, but J.J. McCarthy does find a way to get wins.
He does. And I agree. Listen, the Packers, again, haven't, even last season, you lost to the Eagles in the postseason. So again, if you're going to start to judge where you're at as a team, I agree, Dustin. They've got to beat teams that are playoff caliber teams. Ravens are in a stretch of games where they will be favored by 6. Yeah, which is insane to think about, that they could pull out of this thing and be above 500 again and getting into the postseason. Lamar Jackson coming back. He came back right at the right time for this team.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting.
3-5 is not, it's not great by no means. If you're in any other division at this point, you're in trouble. But they are in a division that, everybody's just waiting for the Pittsburgh collapse.
Yeah, which they seem to do towards the end of the year. But their defense last week finally started to step up. So if their defense, which is one of the highest paid defenses in the league, can actually start to make plays, that changes that dynamic as well. I also had the Rams at the 49ers.
Yep, I had that one as well.
The NFC West, and it's still wide open. And both of these teams, are playing well. The fact that Mac Jones is doing what he's doing in San Francisco is blowing my mind.
Is he going to be starting this week again?
Yeah. It looks like Purdy. They said they ramped up his training, but I don't think he's back. I think they're going to stick it out with Mac.
Blowing smoke up everybody's butts.
They're going to
they can't take out Mac Jones because he's now more like a cult hero to the San Francisco fans because he's taken a pounding and he just gets up. Where is your mind?
I don't know anymore. I don't know, but those are the games of interest this week. Week 10 already in the NFL, man. It goes too fast. It goes way too fast. But Ron, we're going to move on. Great NFL talk. Dustin, thanks for joining this chat. We appreciate it. Keep it going. Danny, if you're still out there, Cowboys stink. I said it. I'm going to keep saying it. I don't care now.
Come on, they don't stink.
He shouldn't have told me to shut my mouth. That's what he gets. This is Mac Jones' team for the rest of the year. I agree. Jacoby Brissett as well. Jacoby Brissett has gained.
Oh my God!
The Cardinals' starting position. I think that he gets it no matter what.
Danny, can you explain how Dallas lost to Jacoby Brissett?
Oh, that great team, the Dallas Cowboys. I'm done. With
Kyler Murray's done. I think he's out the door in Arizona. There's 100%. No way they keep him.
100%.
Him and his guaranteed contract.
We are moving. Oh, the funny thing is somebody said Call of Duty Black Ops 7's coming out soon. So, of course, he goes on the IR because he's going to make sure he has time to play it.
Oh, Jesus.
You never know. All right, Ron, we're moving on to our starting 5. Yeah, it was a tough watch last season though with Brissett, Dustin, here in New England. Man, the man just couldn't get the ball in the end zone.
He also had no line. He had a crappy coach.
I get it. Brissett, he's a good quality quarterback. Look, he's good. He can win you games. I just don't. I mean, I wouldn't bank my season on Jacoby Brissett.
No,
I guess
no.
But I agree with you. Listen, he has done well where he's gone. All right, our starting 5 tonight, the best LA Clippers of all time, Los Angeles Clippers. I'm sure we're going to be different here. I don't know, man. I just was thinking of stuff. And I only picked athletes that actually played for the Los Angeles Clippers, not the other teams. I
did not pick. I did not use Buffalo as well.
Yeah, right.
It was
just Clippers.
And only the seasons that they played for the Clippers.
Clippers. All right, perfect. So we both did it the same way. All right, so I am first this week. I will start us off with my honorable mentions, and I only have 2. This was a stretch for this team. But I went Jamal Crawford, who I thought was one of the best sixth men in the league. He won Sixth Man of the Year, I think 3 or 4 years in a row with the Clippers. This guy would come in and just score 20 points in 10 minutes. He would dominate. And then Paul George. I put Paul George at on the cusp, but did not get in. Paul George had a good career with the Clippers. I think he was 5 years, averaged almost 20 points a game, but Paul George just out. Those were my honorable mentions.
That's pretty interesting. So there's going to be one player that is out from my list of yours, and somebody else is making it. My honorable mentions, which I have to feel that one of these guys made your top 5. I have Danny Manning, two-time All-Star Danny Manning. And then my bubble guy was Ron Harper, who averaged 19.3 points for them.
Ron Harper,
he blew, right on the cusp.
Yeah, he blew out his knee. He was like Jordan-esque.
Yeah,
it was crazy, like he was, and then he blew out his knee with the Clippers, and he was never the same. But the medicine wasn't the same.
It's funny. Last night I used that term Jordan-esque.
Hey,
and Kenny got offended. It's like, when is it going to be Kenny-esque?
Never. Never. All right. So let's get into the starting 5. At number 5 for me, the man who played the most seasons for the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan, made my starting 5 at number 5. Dustin went Chris Paul, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Blake Griffin, Bob McAdoo. See, we kept off because he didn't actually play for the Los Angeles Clippers. He did play for one of the, I think, Sacramento.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Was it Buffalo?
Yeah.
Honorable mention, DeAndre Jordan, Ron Harper, Michael Olowokandi. Wow.
Oh, my God.
There's a name. He was a disappointment as a first-round pick. But DeAndre Jordan, 9.4 points, 10.7 rebounds, 0.7 on assists. The man knew how to give up the rock. One All-Star, but a three-time All-NBA with the Clippers, 2-time All-Defensive, and has played the most games in Clippers history. As a Los Angeles Clipper, he has the most games ever as a Clipper.
Yeah.
So
I
didn't
have him in. Didn't have him in. I left him off. That was a tough one. I was debating whether or not I was going to make him an honorable mention, but I did leave him off. At number 5, I have Paul George, who you left off and put him in the honorable mention category. I thought he was good enough. He only played 263 games, but he averaged 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and he was a 3-time All-Star for this team and a 1-time All-NBA. So I put him in, and at number 5.
That's why I had DeAndre, 3-time All-NBA while with the Clippers.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy couldn't score.
He wasn't there to score. But anyway, all right. At number 4, I went Danny Manning. 6 years with the Clippers, averaged 19.1 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 3 assists, and he was a 2-time All-Star.
Whoa! So you left somebody else off the list. That's interesting.
I would throw James Harden. I thought about James Harden too. Darius Miles. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. James Harden. I don't know. I can't get out of James Harden that he stinks in the postseason. I don't know. I don't know why I can't do it.
I didn't have James Harden even on my list.
Yeah, me neither. At number 4, Ron, who did you have?
I had Elton Brand. I can't believe that he wasn't number 4 for you, unless he's higher, but then that would mean you left somebody else off the list that shouldn't be off the list. Elton Brand, 20.3 points, 10.3 boards. He averaged a double-double for this team, and that was good enough for me to put him in there. 2-time All-Star, 1-time All-NBA, but averaging a double-double. That's better than everybody else below him.
Yeah. At number 3 for me, Elton Brand. 7 years with the Clippers. You said those numbers. Averaged the double-double.
You're going to have a problem.
2 All-Stars, the 1 All-NBA while he was a Clipper. So I went Elton Brand at number 3.
Wow, that means you left off a big name.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing it's
boom,
this
Shady.
guy.
You said it. Boom, baby. That's right. That is
you
dropping.
Must have left off Kawhi Leonard then.
I'm dropping that. Mike.
I have him at number 3. 24.4 points, 6.4 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 3-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA, 2-time All-Defensive. I don't know how you leave him off,
because he's probably
but you had
also
to have left off him.
all-time misses for seasons. Like the guy barely plays.
I know, but he played
Not putting him in.
272
Get
games.
out of here. Kawhi.
He deserves to be in there. I'm
Nope.
sorry.
Nope. At number two for me, Blake Griffin. 8 years with this team. I didn't realize it was that long with him, but 21.6 points, 9.3 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 5-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA, leads the team or tied for the lead with triple doubles in Clippers history with 7. Blake Griffin, number 2 for me.
Yeah, he's a great player. I even liked him when he came to Boston for that season.
Yeah, I wish he had played more. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I think if he would have played more, I think he could have done something.
Yeah,
but
no, agreed.
I did have him at number 2. He also had a Rookie of the Year.
He did.
So
he did.
I like his numbers.
And he jumped over a car, Ron. You can't have. He jumped over a car.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, Blake Griffin, number 2. All right, which I think we're going to have the same.
I actually won a slam dunk contest by jumping off of a van.
I'd like to see that today.
I nearly hurt myself.
I would love to see that today because you would hurt yourself.
Well, today I could not do that.
Yeah. At number 1, it's got to be that guy right there. Chris Paul, 7 years with the Clippers, 18.4 points, 9.7 assists. He almost averaged a double-double with this team. 4.2 rebounds, 5-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, 5-time All-Defensive, leads the team all-time in assists per game and steals per game for the Clippers history. Chris Paul, I can't. He's still playing, Ron, which is crazy to think about. He's on the Spurs now.
Yeah, I mean, 3 steal titles is really impressive. During that stretch of being in Los Angeles. And also, of course, the 2 assists, which I'm surprised it was only 2, to be honest with you.
And I'll say this, Ron. It's a shame because if you think about it, 3 of their top 5 players all played together at the same time.
Yeah, how did they not win a championship?
How did they not be able to win? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think about. You know what it was? Doc Rivers. Anyway, we're going to move on.
I agree. I agree with that.
Right?
I think it was Doc Rivers.
Doc hurt him. I think Doc hurt him. Ron, let's continue this NBA. Great list. Dustin, thanks for throwing your list out there as well. That was awesome. And we almost had some of the same. You had Kawhi. He had Kawhi. He put Paul George in. We both had Paul George out, right? No, you had Paul George.
No, I had Paul George in there.
Yeah. The only one, Bob McAdoo, he had. None of us had. All right, let's continue this talk in the NBA, though, Ron.
Look, I'll tell you, in defense of that, if I included Buffalo, Bob McAdoo would have definitely been 100%. In there. He might have actually been number 1.
100%. 100%. We're going to talk about the Dallas Mavericks. And is Cooper Flag, is it too early to consider him a bust already? So Cooper Flag in 8 games so far with the Mavericks, 14.4 points, 6.6 rebounds, 2.8 assists. He's shooting a whopping 39.4%, 29% from 3. He's 100% from the free throw line, so just keep him on the line. His highest output so far in 8 games, 22 points.
Definitely not a bust.
Okay.
I don't consider that a bust. What I consider that is normal rookie numbers. Because he's probably having a difficult time with the speed of the game. Okay? Look, there's an adjustment to be made, and, when you get Europeans, they're playing in professional leagues with men already when they're coming over. This is different. He's out of school, out of college, and you have to jump right into the NBA, and it's not always an easy, comparison.
Transition. Yeah, it's a transition. It's a different.
jump right in at times, and he's making mistakes. He's not shooting well. He's got a lot of pressure on him as the number one pick, and they're looking to him to be the savior and the replacement for Luca. You can't live up to Luca. I mean, you can't expect that. And I think there's a lot of pressure on this kid, and at times
I like
he's
that.
showing it.
Dustin,
And I
that's a great
think
point.
he's going to be fine.
Yeah, Dustin, great point, right? For anyone considering Flag a bust, they don't watch the NBA, right? Dallas does lack talent, right? Anthony Davis is out, which is, I know, surprising, because that never happens either, right? So that's not helping, because now teams are just focusing on Dallas's best player, which is Cooper Flag. I will say this, though, Ron, and you said it. We said the nasty word for those Mavs fans. Luka Doncic, though, this was the move that was quieting all of that noise when they traded Luka.
You got to give him time. You got to give the kid time. He is a kid.
Here's the problem, though. Lake is 7-2. Luka Doncic averaging 40, 11, and 9.2 on assists. He's almost averaging a triple-double. This makes this kid look worse.
Joker averaging the triple-double?
He is, right? So I think that's where I could see people start to think this was a bad move. I think he's going to be a solid player. I don't know if he's ever, to your point, going to live up to Luka Doncic. And that's where I'm saying he could be a bust, because he's not going to average 40, 11, and 9. I don't think he will. And that's where I think it's going to hurt him.
I don't think Luka's going to average that for the year.
Yeah,
either,
no,
but,
I agree. I agree with that too.
But, I mean, I think it's his first season. And he's getting 14 points a game. Okay, that's fantastic. You're getting 14 points from the kid. Okay, there aren't many rookies that are doing better than that. There's a few. Edgecombe comes to mind. You know, but he's up there with all the rookies.
Dustin, you got to make Ron a believer, because Ron doesn't believe in Chicago, and I'm telling you, the Bulls. Giddy is tearing it up.
Oh, they're playing well. They're in first place.
Yeah, Giddy has played extremely well. So I agree with that comparison. Yeah, I think Doncic does take a lot of poor shots. He's a ball hog. He wants the ball. I think Doncic's numbers will go down when LeBron comes back.
Yeah.
So that could hurt him. That's a great point.
We don't know what's going to happen when LeBron comes back, because the team dynamics are going to certainly shift. It's going to
change. Yeah. It's going to change. Yeah, I think it is too early. I agree. We just, wanted to kind of get some conversation going on it. I just think if Luka can perform at a high level, that it puts more pressure on Flag to turn this around. And I agree with Dustin on that factor.
Part.
They need talent.
He's the guy that replaces Luka, and it's not fair to him.
Yeah, I think they'd be 500 right now.
Pressure on him.
They'd probably be 500 if Davis was healthy. Bulls are scary.
Well, Kyrie didn't start the season with, I don't know I haven't seen a Dallas Maverick game this year. That might be one of the only teams I haven't seen play.
Once White comes back, they're going to be. They are deadly. Billy Donovan, been around forever, man. He finally got that team built back up. Finally got them built back up, the Bulls. All right, Ron. Let's talk some Major League Baseball. Let's talk about your boys here, the Boston Red Sox. Trevor Story decided to opt in, stay with the Boston Red Sox. Is this a good thing for the team?
Well, yeah, you need some sort of stability out there.
There's something about you and your homerism. It's
homerism.
Yeah, you got whatever word you used earlier. Now I'm using that. Homerism. Because
why is this calling me a homer? They need some veterans on this team, right?
Ron, this guy has missed more time, and that's all you talked about. He finally had one full season with this team. All of a sudden, it's like, we expect him at 33 to be fine for the next 2 years. 2022, 94 games played.
Look,
23.
I mean, if he can stay healthy, healthy again,
Ron,
I don't mind him there.
Ron, 2022, 94 games. 2023, 43 games. 2024, 26 games. Now he played 157.
That's almost that's almost 2 full seasons for the Red Sox.
That's my point. I think this was horrible for the Red Sox because now you got a guy that you're stuck with that you pretty much know is going to be out. He's going to be out. They couldn't afford to lose Story with Bregman. But I also feel like Story's not going to be on the field. I don't gamble. But if there was a gambling line that said Trevor Story will play more or miss more time in a season, I'm putting my money on missing time.
Yeah, but the way I'm looking at it is, okay, Bregman opted out. Who are your senior players? You have him and Duran? That's it.
They got money, though. The Red Sox could go out and spend money. Go get yourself.
They got lots of it. They got lots of it.
That's my point. Go out there.
They're not going to.
Get your first baseman. Get Kyle Schwarber. Get who's from the Mets.
This is what they're going to do. They're going to look at it this way. Oh, look at our rookies, how well they did, right? So we're going to keep all those rookies in place. Oh, we got Cassis. He's young. We're going to keep him in place because if he stays healthy, we got this, right? If Story goes down, oh, we got a shortstop, bring up Campbell, whatever it is, right? They'll live and die with these rookies. And they may perform pretty well, but it's not stability in that lineup that you need. You need another veteran. And if you lose Story, you got problems with Duran being your only veteran. And there's been a lot of talk about getting shuffled out. So, this is a team that's got too many young players at every position. They need Story in there now. They need him.
Yeah, there is going to be a lockout again. Yeah, great.
Well, yeah, that doesn't surprise me either because everybody's greedy in baseball. They think that their game is impenetrable.
If salary caps do not come out of this next one, yeah, we're wordosauruses tonight. But I will wordosauruses. I'm coming up with all of them tonight. But I will say this, man. This is Major League Baseball. Figure this thing out. Get a damn salary cap in place. I'm sick of this. And cut these backdoor deals out like Ohtani. Like, this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous what they did. So it's
cheated the system.
It's got to change, Bron. All right, my friend. You like it. I hate it. And I'm not even a Red Sox fan, but I'm like, this guy's done.
Look, it's just simply because of the veteran leadership. You can't lose them. Like, I would love to keep Bregman and get rid of him, but that's not the way it is.
But you're not going to have him because he's not going to be playing.
He'll play some. Okay. He'll play half the season.
Over under 120 games.
Is that what it is?
I'm asking you. That's my point. You can't even say with conviction that he's going to play more than 120. At least
he can be in the dugout. I tell you, they just need a veteran. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I would like to see that. They've got to change something. It's got to change. It has to, 100%, Dustin.
Players hold all the cards now.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. All right, Ron, we're going to move on to our split decisions. All right, our split decision segment. Basically, we ask each other two more likely questions, and we got to make a decision. I am first this week, so I will start us off. Ron, which NBA player is more likely to finish the season as the league's top scorer? Tyrese Maxey, who's averaging 33.5 points. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's averaging 33.3 points. Or Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's averaging 32.3 points. Who's going to average the most points this season?
Well, if Giannis plays a full season, I'm going to say SGA.
Ooh, okay. All right. So I would go Maxey.
I don't think I like Maxey, and
I think Embiid's going to be out. He's going to be the only guy scoring. I think, right, Paul George is out, right? So I go Maxey.
Yeah, but at some point, Embiid will get in like 25 to 30 games and take a lot of those numbers away, as will Paul George. And Edgecombe actually is going to take
he's having it.
He's a good-looking rookie.
Yeah, he is. He is. Agreed. All right. So you're going with SGA.
Yeah, I'm going SGA.
Okay. All right.
I think, eventually the cream rises to the top, right?
Loaded roster on it. Yeah, Oklahoma City Thunder. Agreed. Maxey has more talent this season. Pass with Edgecombe. Yeah, everybody's
but see, Giannis has to play enough games, and I'm not sold on that. He's been out a lot in the past few seasons.
Okay.
So.
All right, Ron, your first split decision.
All right, which NBA player is more likely to stay on top of the leaders in these categories? Tyrese Maxey, 33.5 points per game. Domantas Sabonis, 14.2 rebounds per game. Or Nikola Jokic, 12 assists per game. Who is more likely to stay on top of their leaderboard?
I just said Maxey, right? No, but then you're talking, okay, so rebounds is Sabonis and Jokic for assists. I truly think Jokic will stay on top, more likely than the other two. But I like that Sabonis. I would actually go Jokic, Sabonis, Maxey in that scenario.
So now, as highly as you were thinking of Maxey, now he's at the bottom of that.
Yeah, it just flipped. It just flipped for me.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right in that order.
He's a walking double-double. I agree, but I can't see how Jokic is he's a walking triple-double.
He's a triple-double guy, so he's going to average at least 10 points, which is above everybody in the league.
10 assists. Yeah. 10 assists. All right. Good one, though. Hey, Dustin, if you have a split decision for us, if you want to put a question up, too, we'd love to hear it. It's a more likely question. All right, Ron, your second split decision. Which New England Patriot is more likely to have the most rushing yards at the end of the season? Travion Henderson, who currently has 283, Ramondre Stevenson, who has 279, or Drake May, who has 270?
I'm going Drake May. I'm going to go Drake May because I'm not sure Henderson is even going to win the job of whoever else is coming in. I think they're going to split time with Henderson and whoever else is there. And Drake May seems to get, 50 yards a game?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Ramondre Stevenson comes back from injury, right? That takes some carries away.
Right.
So you could, it's crazy to think about, but yeah. He's only, 13 yards away from leading the team right now.
I know.
Who is more likely to break the single season record this year? Jonathan Taylor breaking Eric Dickerson's record, or Jackson Smith and Jigba breaking Megatron's record? They're saying it looks like Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to break Megatron's receiving yards record.
I think
he's just tearing up. And I love that combination between him and Donald has been magnificent. I like Taylor. Taylor still scares me because he's still injury prone. He's figured some things out and he's back from Jonathan Taylor 4 or 5 years ago. But I still, he gets me nervous because he does get hurt. That's a good question, though.
I think running backs in general are more vulnerable to injuries because they're taking the pounding as they run through, the line and stuff. And you stop smirking at pounding.
Taylor's head of Barkley's pace. Yeah. No, I agree. I'm not saying listen.
I don't think he'll play the last game of the season. So you got to worry about that too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Your second split decision. Dustin, great job, though, man. That's an awesome one.
That was a good one. I definitely think in Jigba.
Yeah.
All right. I loved my first question so much, I decided to double dip.
Oh, awesome.
So we have pounding and double dipping.
Mm.
We love you, Atlanta. We love you.
Oh, yeah. On the ATL.
What NFL player is more likely to stay on top of the leaderboard? It's a great question.
It is. It is.
Daniel Jones, who has 2,404 yards passing. Jonathan Taylor, who has 895 yards rushing. Or Devontae Adams, who has 8 touchdown receptions.
Oof. I don't think Jones is going to carry this. I just got a feeling like something's going to. Who? Okay, he's got another one. Hold on. I'm gonna go Taylor. I still think he's gonna rush. Yeah. So I'm going Jonathan Taylor on that one. I think
Jonathan Taylor
and Devontae. I think like that's. I mean, New England's got Rice now, so. Devontae Adams. Danny's going Devontae Adams.
Could you imagine if
turns out
Rice turns out to be the next Jerry Rice, which
cow.
he is technically the next Jerry Rice.
Yeah. Who wins NFL Rookie of the Year this year? Jackson Dart, Ashton Genty, or Emeka Egbuka from Tampa Bay? I think. Listen, the Dart train is rolling along right now. So if they could stay competitive, I think Dart gets it. Even though Genty leads the rookies in yardage, Dustin, I could see them just because of New York, Jackson Dart. Like that's the story right now to me.
They need to get some wins. They need to get a couple more wins. But I do agree with that because of the media to go along with that.
Yeah,
being in New York, it helps your case.
And
they have looked pretty good this year.
And he's got that it factor. Like it's like he's Joe Namath back in the day. Like just that celebrity type like attitude to him that I feel like that would go a long way. Yeah, Scatterboo did look like it was gonna be he reminded me a lot like Mike Allstott. Remember Mike Allstott back in the day with Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Like just that bruising back. It's a shame he got hurt.
And he has a great name, Scatterboo.
Yeah, Scatterboo. Who doesn't like it? All right, Ron, let's talk some NHL. NHL, my friend, because I know you're the number one guy. Alex Ovechkin has broken the 900 goals scored mark. Thoughts on his accomplishment? Can I start? Can I start this one?
Go ahead. Absolutely.
It was basically taking over no one wide receiver Mike Evans and Tampa.
Danny picked Devontae Adams out of that.
Yeah,
the one that I had.
Devontae. So. Yeah, and listen.
It's a good
Buka looks like a great wide receiver. He could finish with 1,200 yards. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's going to be a great race. I just think Jackson Dart's going to get, because he's a quarterback, because he's in New York, if they win a few more games, I think it just automatically goes to him. But 900 goals sounds amazing, Ron. And I was like, wow. And then I started to look at things and I said, the fact that he's won one cup honestly makes me feel like it stained his career because all these things now are just numbers. And then I looked at some of the other guys. I don't even know if he's a top 10 player all time in the NHL. That's crazy to think about, right? So he's played in 1,505 games. He scored 900 goals, 733 assists, so 1,633 points, but the one cup. These are the next four guys that have scored the most goals. Number 2, Wayne Gretzky.
Better.
1,487 games, 894 goals, so only 6 right now, right? 1,963 assists,
which is more than anybody has points
ever. 2,857 points and 4 cups run. 4.
Yeah.
So you go,
he's
all
clearly
right,
the best player ever,
right? But then you go, okay, number 3, Gordie Howe. 1,767 games. He had 801 goals, 1,049 assists, 1,850 points, 4 cups, and 2 WH.
Also better
right?
than
So
Ovechkin.
technically 6 championships, Gordie Howe. Number 4, all-time goals scored, Jaromir Jagr.
Better.
1,733 games, 766 goals, 1,155 assists, 1,921 points, 2 cups, 2. Number 5, Brett Hull. Believe it or not. But hold on, though. 1,269 games. So he didn't play as much as the other guys. 741 goals, 650 assists, 1,391 points. And you're like, but 2 cups. To me, those cups matter. And the fact that he got 900 goals is great. But I just don't feel like him winning 1 cup elevates any of it. To me, now it's just numbers. It's like Brett Favre when he stayed in the league and then he breaks a touchdown record, or Drew Brees, or Tom Brady. Tom Brady was great, but Tom Brady also had 7 rings. So you put all those numbers with 7 rings. Now it's like, holy cow.
Look, I believe me, I don't have him anywhere near my top players of all time. Not even close. Not even close. Because I'll tell you, I have Stan Mikita ahead of him. I have Guy Lafleur ahead of him. I have Mike Bossy ahead of him. I have Bobby Orr ahead of him. And then you add all those guys that you just read off, besides Brett Hull. I think he's better than Brett Hull. All those other guys. So, I mean, he's not even sniffing my top 10. Not even sniffing it. Because we haven't even talked Mario Lemieux or Steve Yzerman.
Right. And this
right. There's no way. He's not close.
Cups matter. And I think,
it does matter.
It's a great run. It's nice that he's a great goal scorer.
Yeah.
But when you put him against guys in history, he's average. It's crazy to say it. I would say he's average.
Oh, believe me, I get it.
Second oldest goalie matchup in NHL history?
Yeah.
Tonight, huh? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Jonathan Quick is having a great season.
Yeah. He's been around.
Kind of like taking over that goaltending from Shesterkin.
Yeah. It's crazy.
He's playing great.
He's great.
But the team thinks.
Do you know who's second, third, and fourth in active players right now in goals?
For goals, I would say Patrick Kane has to be there.
Nope.
No? Wow.
No. Not after Ovechkin.
Then it's gotta be Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby, 636. Malkin is fourth with 517. 1 player left. I'll give you one more guess.
Ooh, that's
Jack
a good
Eichel
question.
is third. No, Sidney Crosby is second. It is not Jack Eichel.
No, it's not Jack Eichel. It's
Steven Stamkos.
Steven Stamkos. I knew it was
an
old champion. I just couldn't, and I had a feeling it was somebody from the Florida,
584.
Yeah.
Sidney Crosby 636. He's not catching 900. So this will be a mark that probably lasts for quite some time.
Probably.
We may not be alive when it's
certainly not going to be Connor Bedard that does it.
No, he's not. Yeah. It's too early to call him a boss. Now, all right, Ron, it is time for pick and roll.
It's time for pick and roll.
Ron, before we get into our pick and roll segment, Could we thank those in Providence, Rhode Island again for helping our show continue to grow?
I forgot. If you add goaltenders into that list, he's not even in the top 30.
Yeah.
All right. So tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including Sports Unfolded by us and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
Good.
So send us an email to sponsor the show, and you can get tons of viewers to watch and listen to your ads. So send it to ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out the media kit, and you'll then know how to sponsor this wonderful show, or even a segment like Pick and Roll.
Yes.
Perfect for Chinese restaurants.
Perfect. All right. So tonight's Pick and Roll. Here are NHL goalies who led the league the most times with wins. And we have those. Danny will be asking. Keep saying it, Danny. Make it happen, buddy. Email us. Terry Sawchuk, Martin Brodeur, Glenn Hall, Clint Benedict, Turk Broda, and Harry Lumley. I am first today, so I will start us off. This list was a little tricky because you really had to think about it.
Yeah.
So at number 6 for me, I went Harry Lumley. I did not like his record. 330 wins, 329 losses. He was one game over 500. You factor in the overtime losses, 142. Yeah, I'm like,
Overtime losses.
Overtime. The overtime. They weren't losses.
They had ties back then.
Ties back then, yeah.
142 of them.
Yeah, I mean, 71 shutouts. You're like, wow, not bad. 2.74 goals against, a 905 save percentage. 2-time All-Star, Vezina, 1-time Vezina winner, and he did win a cup. But I couldn't put him any higher than 6. At 5 for me, I had Turk Broda. You guys interested in tuning into our game tonight? Oh, awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Turk Broda, 304 wins, 222 losses, 102 ties, 61 shutouts, 2.53 goals against, a 3-time All-Star, 2 Vezinas, 5 cups. And you're like, Eric, holy cow, 5 cups. How do you put him at 5? I'll explain to you why, because I didn't like his goals against. They didn't do save percentage back then, but I didn't like the goals against because everybody else was better than him that I put ahead of him.
Dustin, you should actually email me. I would love to air it later. You know, like on Saturday, I could air the game.
Just email us, Dustin, if you'd like. At number 4, Clint Benedict, 189, 142, 28, 57 shutouts, a 2.32 goals against. That's phenomenal. Very good. Second best on this list. 3 cups. At 3, I went Glenn Hall. 407 wins. That's not bad at all. 326 losses, 164 ties, 84 shutouts, 2.50 goals against, but a 918 save percentage, Ron. Phenomenal. Best on this list. 11-time All-Star, 3 Vezinas, a Calder, a Smythe, and he won a cup. I will see if it's allowed since the stream is coming from a different school. Okay. All right. Yeah, let us know, man. Definitely, Dustin. And we wish you well, man. We hope you win that game. At number 2, I had Terry Sawchuk. 445 wins, 336 losses, 171 ties, 103 shutouts. Great. 2.50 goals against, a 907 save percentage. Remarkable as well. 7-time All-Star, 4 Vezinas, a Calder, 4 cups. Absolutely stunning. But Martin Brodeur, every time we do these goalie things, you just look at the numbers and you go, what was he eating? Because 691 wins, 396. He was almost 300 more wins than he had losses.
I know.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
154 ties, 125 shutouts, a 2.24 goals against. You think after all that time he played that number would be higher? Nope, the best on the list. A 912 save percentage, which isn't too shabby either. 7-time All-Star, 4 Vezinas, a Calder, 5 Jennings, and 3 Cups. Martin Brodeur has to be number 1 on this list.
That is exactly how I saw it, Eric. You did good. I'm impressed because I'll tell you, the Clint Benedict thing could have been very easily, you could have put him up. And you didn't do the temptation. And I'll tell you, like Clint Benedict, okay, 2.32 is amazing, 189 and 142 record. You know, when you do the math and bring it out, it might be better than other players, right? But the fact of the matter is they didn't play nearly as many games as they do with all these other players. So their seasons were a lot shorter. Now, can he perform with that workload? I don't know. I wasn't there to see how he played. They had less games.
Yeah.
So we don't know if the workhorse factor would have resulted in those numbers. And I tend to think no.
And I looked up the Vezina wasn't introduced in 1926. He didn't. He played while that wasn't even an actual.
Yeah, there was no Vezina.
Award,
there was no All-Star game.
Yeah.
There was no Calder trophies. There was none of that. So I mean, I liked his numbers, but his numbers are his numbers. He didn't play nearly the games as anyone else on the list, and I could not bring those numbers up to today's game. I don't think it would have been as effective. So that is why he stayed at number 4 for me. And, you know, Lumley, he's a Hall of Famer, but too close of a record for me.
Yeah, I just
too close of a record. I wasn't given into the temptation. Turk Broda again, great goaltender. I like his numbers are great, but I think 3, 2, and 1 were way too good for the others. I mean, Glenn Hall is Mr. Goalie. Just saying. That's his nickname. Mr. Goalie. So, and Terry Sorchuk was just unbelievable. So, but Martin Brodeur.
Yeah, it's just insane.
There's only one. Look, when it comes to goaltending, I have Brodeur and Waz the top 2 goaltenders ever.
We were pretty fortunate.
You lean towards Martin Brodeur because of the wins.
Yeah, but yeah.
But I think Terry Sorchuk is the 3rd best all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my list.
That was great. It was a good list. Really good list.
It was. And look at these guys. I mean, come on. No
masks. No face masks. Yep, back in the day.
You know, this was a pose. The one on the other side there, that was during a game.
Yeah.
And the puck, you know.
Oh, yeah.
All it takes is.
Yeah, one to the face. One to the face.
Now, I've seen players like Chara shoot and hit somebody in the mask, and it
shatters.
It does damage.
Yeah.
I've seen a guy get hit in the chest protector and go down like a brick. These shots, I would never want to take one to the face.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy time. All right, Ron, we are going to move on to our predictions. It was a great
That was a good one.
Great pick and roll. Our predictions last week, we'll bring that up for you. Ron takes another game from me, so it's getting a little dicey here. Kenny finally over 500. If you guys are still on, Danny, Dustin, and want to give your picks, or anyone else that's live out there, you could give your picks as well. I will be a great goaltender. Danny boy. Yeah, let's go, Danny. All right, Ron, we are starting off with the NFL, and we've got game on the 9th this Sunday. The New England Patriots at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going Tampa Bay here, Ron. I just feel like that defense and their offensive weapons are a little bit better than New England's, especially with the two guys being out for New England.
Yeah, I'm going Tampa Bay too. It's on the road. On top of all of that, I just think Tampa Bay is good, and Baker Mayfield is just on another level right now, and it's tough to play on the road.
It is.
And after winning so many games, they're due for a hiccup.
And it's a good
frankly,
quality team.
I
Good
want them
quality team.
to lose this one to,
Keep the
have the
with
bye,
momentum.
then come
Yeah.
back, and then take another run.
All right. So we got New England at Tampa Bay. Anybody want to take some picks? Let us know.
Let's go.
Also
Justin,
in the NFL, you've got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Los Angeles Chargers. I like New England by a field goal. Okay. Oh, Vrabel is a better call. I like where you're headed. All right, Dustin.
then Bowels.
Steelers
Bulls.
at the Chargers, Ron. Who do you have?
Steelers. Oh, Danny went
Danny's
Tampa
gone
Bay.
Tampa. All right.
Steelers at the Chargers. I'm going Chargers in this one. And I know they always disappoint, but so does Pittsburgh. So you got to take the lesser of the disappointments, I guess.
Yeah. No, I agreed with you. I think Chargers at home. They made a trade at the trade deadline to get an offensive lineman. Hopefully that Penning to secure that up for them. I think the Chargers are a better team. They just got to play like the better team this week. So I went Chargers as well. Dustin, Danny, if you have a pick. Danny's going Chargers. Chargers. They have a better defense. Yeah. Okay. All right. Also in the NFL this Monday, Ron, the Philadelphia Eagles at the Green Bay Packers. Who do you have? Oh, it's my pick. I'm going Eagles here. I'm going Eagles. The road team goes into Green Bay. I don't like the way they looked last week. And I feel like Philadelphia's made some big moves coming off of that bye to really help them out. And I'm expecting Saquon Barkley to have a game. This might be the one. So I'm going Eagles here.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles as well. It's about time that they get the
Eagles by 3 scores.
The team rolling. Because if they look sloppy in this one as well, after a bye, people are going to start talking. And I don't think that they want that. So I'm going to go Philadelphia.
Danny's going with his boy from Micah Parsons in Green Bay. I like it, Danny. Stick with it. All right, Ron, you got some NHL action tomorrow. Yeah, I'm poking the bear. Pittsburgh Penguins at the New Jersey Devils.
I like how Pittsburgh has been playing. Sidney Crosby leading the league in goals. What?
Wow.
So I'm actually giving him some credit, Eric.
Holy cow.
Yeah, giving him some credit. But I'm going with New Jersey. I think New Jersey's been better.
Oh, it's supposed to be snow in Green Bay Monday. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that could change things.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I went to New Jersey as well. I like them at home. I do. I like the way they're playing at home. They're actually, I think, undefeated at home. So
yeah,
Devils at home. Take the Devils. See if Danny or Dustin.
Now, if the Devils were playing in a warm
oldest roster in the league, yep, Devils. He's going Devils as well. All right, this is going to be a big game. Believe it or not, this is for first place right now. Anaheim Ducks at the Vegas Golden Knights, Ron. I'm going in a stunner. I'm going with the Ducks here, who actually are undefeated on the road. They have the best road record. So I'm going Ducks. And, Ron, have scored the most goals so far in the NHL. They are putting up points.
They got a good roster. And Joel Quenneville is their coach, who's a very good coach. But I'm going to go Vegas at home. And if Vegas wasn't playing at home, I would probably go the other way. But
Dustin going with the
I
Knights.
just think Vegas is good as well. Jack Eichel is on a mission. Uh, right now, he's playing like he's one of the top 3 players in the league.
Yeah, no, listen, it was a tough call, but I like those goals for. They can put up some points, the Ducks. All right, NBA action tonight. You got the Houston Rockets at the San Antonio Spurs. That game tips off in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I want to watch that one.
Who you got?
I got San Antonio. This is going to be such a good game, but I just think that they're going to have Wemby at his best. He did not help them their last game out. He was in foul trouble. I think it's going to be a different story in this one, and I think San Antonio is going to take this. Houston's tough too.
San Antonio very good at home, and the Rockets are okay on the road. I think, listen, the defense is going to play a factor here. San Antonio can definitely slow down the Rockets scoring. So I went San Antonio as well. Yeah, Dustin went Spurs as well. So that was a clean sweep for us. Veterans Day, 11/11, Ron. Golden State Warriors at the Oklahoma City Thunder.
See, now here's an interesting one, because the Warriors are in fact veterans, right?
I guess you can consider that if you want.
You know, if you're a warrior from like past armies,
I like where you're trying real hard here, but I'm going Thunder.
Yes, I'm going Thunder too. I was thinking also, because they have so many veterans on that team.
The Warriors are,
and I can't go against OKC.
No. Warriors are 4-0 at home, 1-4 on the road. They are absolutely horrible on the road. So Dustin's going OKC as well. And that team is loaded. You are 100% right there. Got some NCAA football, Ron. This Saturday, number 8 BYU Cougars at the number 9 Texas Tech Red Raiders. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go Texas Tech at home. I think that'll give them just enough. This is going to be a close one. This is a tough one. Now, I think BYU might be a little bit better, but being at home is massive in this matchup.
Yeah, I think the home field advantage, to your point, definitely plays a factor. I went Texas Tech as well. And listen, both of these teams actually have done extremely well, which is phenomenal. Yeah. But this could knock one of them out of the playoff picture.
Yeah.
So I think
that's too bad.
Don't lose your opportunity at home to continue that run. Believe it or not, we've got women's college basketball, Ron. We got a full slate of everything going on. So 11-10, you got the number 6 Oklahoma Sooners at number 3 UCLA Bruins. Who do you have? This is
I'm going to go UCLA.
So Mahomes is going to be in attendance. Okay. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in. All right.
They're gonna call in on the Mahomes magic.
You know it. You went Bruins, you said?
Yeah, Oklahoma UCLA. I'm gonna go the highest.
Women.
Early in the season, it's really tough to tell. You know, we got to see how these teams shake out, after the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, I went Bruins as well. They've got some size. They play really well together. I like the Bruins here. And then we got some men's college basketball run as well. Number 15, Alabama Crimson Tide at number 5, St. John's Red Storm.
I'm going to go the Red Storm. I'm going St. John's. I think they have the better roster. and I don't think it's going to be close, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
I find it odd that Rick Pitino has somehow built another college team back up. I
Yeah,
mean, but he did it again, and I'm going
he
St.
did.
John's here as well.
Oops,
Yeah,
he
oops.
did it again.
Oops, he did it again. Brittany, easy, calm down. Yeah, so I went St. John's as well. But let's go Johnnies. Yeah, Dustin, right? They're back. All right, that is our prediction. Tune in next week, Dustin. See how you did, Danny as well,
I
and
think
see if
I
you were
think
able to
he's
do
right
this.
about Final Four as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Last year we had him picked. We thought
Yeah.
that was it. So another year in Patino's. Ron, before we get into final thoughts, tell all those wonderful people out there again how they could become a sponsor of this amazing show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me get rid of this first. Look, to sponsor the show, all you need to do is send us an email, right? You can send us the email. Your ad will be here. We will read the ad. So not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and on Metro Atlanta's WDJY, where we have 19,000 listeners, and also in Providence on the Bob, WBOB, and you're going to have thousands and thousands of eyes and ears on you or on it. I mean, if you just want to put your picture up there, that's fine too. But then it would be on you. But you can do that. And like I say every time, it's like going to your local coffee shop and getting that pumpkin spice that you like so much.
Oh, so much.
I don't like it, but
My wife
you
just
like
got
it.
me. My wife just got me pumpkin spice ice cream. As soon as I'm off, back, bang, on it. Oh, love it. Sign me up all day, every day.
So do that. We'll send you out that media kit. Come on. Like we should have a sponsor.
Yeah,
It's better than half the crap that's out there.
So have an opportunity. Join our social media.
Have you seen that crap that they put on the NBA channel? The NBA Today? Oh my God, it's the worst show ever. Worst show ever.
I don't know, my friend, but listen, we're going to keep doing what we do because we love doing it. I will say that you can follow us on all our social media platforms. Please check those out. Become a follower of those as well. And then help us elect our next member of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Those polls are open today. Ray Bork and Mark Spitz joined that group last month, and we're looking to get Dustin. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. We wish you well. This month's voting is again open. Join the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook to cast your votes. In the NBA, you got Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Tracy McGrady, Ray Allen, and Vince Carter. All great players. Kobe leading in that one. As well as in the Major League Baseball world, Ty Cobb, Duke Snider, Stan Musial, Al Kaline, and Tris Speaker. All phenomenal players. Right now, Ty Cobb leading that one as well. So join the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page at Facebook and cast your votes and help induct the next inductee into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. We look forward to that.
Absolutely.
Ron, it is final thoughts time, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first today, so I will give you my 2 final thoughts. First and foremost, sometimes when you have a lot of money, we do some crazy things. So this story I heard this week, one Mr. Tom Brady just blew my mind. This is what people do with their money. Cloned his dog. So they lost their dog in 2023, Alua. It was the name of the dog. And they wanted to be able to have a second chance to have their pet resemble their previous pet that passed away. So Tom Brady's dog is currently a clone. He has a clone for a dog. Tom, the more you get involved in the media and out there in public, the weirder it gets. I would tell him to just sit back. We loved him in New England because he was quiet. We didn't have to worry about any of this crazy stuff going on. Now he's cloning animals. I don't know, Tom, but it just seemed weird to me. Just buy another dog. I don't know, but they cloned his dog. So his new dog's a clone. I found that story interesting. I don't know. And then obviously on a sad note, I did want to say, right, we always discuss mental health in some of those things. The tragedy that Marshawn Nealand of the Dallas Cowboys, who basically, for whatever reason, had some things going on in his life and his world, right? We think about these athletes that they're indestructible and can't, have any issues. But, check on some of your friends, your family sometimes, and just ask them how they're doing, because you never know what they're going through. So, again, our condolences to his family for their loss. Again, regardless of what was happening, for a 24-year-old man to take his own life, who was playing in professional sports, you think that's the pinnacle of where you'd want to be as an athlete. And unfortunately, he still had more demons than we know. So, again, condolences to his family. Just a sad story that came out of Dallas. That's my final thought.
Yeah. Final thoughts. That was
one of yours.
And I'm going to add on top of this, I just got done watching the documentary on Ozzy Osbourne on Paramount, and it went through the timeline for the final 4 or 5 years of his life and all that he went through, and it was so unbelievably sad that you can't help but be in tears by the end of it. And and that was going to lead into your final thought. And it's rough, right? And I know it's November now, and next month we're going to be doing our in memoriam for all these people that we've lost, and it's going to be tough to get through. And
100%.
I know we're only going to do the sports part of it, but there's a lot of folks out there that we lost, and it's going to be a hard one, and especially this time of year. So, like you said, Eric, you got to check on your family. Make sure everybody is good. Because you never know. You never know what people are thinking, and they might not be thinking properly. And, just a quick phone call, say, hey, what's up? Let's get together.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
And that could change somebody's life. So please, do yourself a favor and your family a favor. Everybody. So that's what this month. Gonna make those phone calls. People you haven't talked to in a while, and make the phone calls. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. It was tragic to see an athlete that young.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's tragic.
Start of his career too. So you don't even think about, right? So just think what he was going through. That has been our show for tonight. It's been a great one. I want to thank Danny for joining us live, Dustin for joining us live. Good luck, Dustin, on his coaching high school football right now. So that's really cool as well. As well as Shady for joining us earlier today. We appreciate all the support.
Was that the real Slim Shady?
He's pretty shady. Trust me. He's a good friend of mine. So I will say this. We are the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. Tell your friends about us. Tell your family about us. Watch us every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rhode Island Broadcasting, on Sports Unfolded on Facebook. And make sure you join us live, man. We want to get more and more people. Dustin was great tonight. Just great conversation. Let's have some fun. Let's enjoy this. And let's get a sponsor for this amazing podcast. Ron, we get to do it all over again next week. So I look forward to it. And all we ever ask for every single show is that we finally get peace on earth.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.